Alright, so today's the evening of day 53 with these two little red-tailed catfish. I bought them 53 days ago, and they were 2 weeks old when I bought them. So they are 53 days plus 2 weeks, and they are getting big. Taking videos every single day to watch the growth and how fast they grow. And let me tell you, these things are growing super fast, and these guys can get up to 6 feet long, which is pretty incredible. They're still just tiny babies, even though they've grown quite a bit over the last couple months. It'll be interesting to see how big they are after a year, if I can keep doing this every single day for a whole year. I've seen some people get them up to like 3 feet long after a year, which is unbelievable. They're starting to grow through a pretty big growth spurt. Ever since they reached about 4 inches, last time I measured them, they were about 5. I usually do an underwater camera, and I kind of compare them to a little grid, and we can measure them. By the time I get that underwater housing for this camera, I'm thinking they're going to be like 6 inches. I don't know, they're growing pretty super fast. Alright, so today we're going to feed them some beef liver, their favorite. I usually feed beef liver at least once a day. And boy, I'm just kind of looking at this beef liver and how big these fish are. Let's start feeding a little bit more. These guys, they're getting pretty big. I know that's a lot of beef liver though. Yeah, normally I would give you some underwater video. It's pretty cool doing the underwater video, but I broke my housing. The hinge snapped off on it, so I ordered another one from Amazon. I'm just waiting for it to come in. So in the meantime, we're just gonna do video from above, from as close as I can get. I get down to about 1 inch off the water here. That's about it. It's funny, the food hits the bottom and they don't realize that it's even there for a little bit. This one's eating a couple. It's like I don't know if they can't smell it or it's weird. It takes them a while to figure out that the food is there. But look, he's just like a little vacuum cleaner, just sucking it down. That's pretty amazing. Definitely getting a lot bigger. The bigger they get, the smaller this hot tub looks. This guy over here, I don't know what's going on. Kind of hiding out in the corner, like he hasn't figured out that there's food in here yet. I think I might have woken them up because it's pretty late and they were completely in the dark. I just came down here and turned on the light. I thought they were nocturnal. I'm pretty sure red-tailed catfish are nocturnal, so I'm surprised they weren't swimming around with the lights out in the middle of the night. Which is pretty interesting. And the other thing that's interesting with these two is normally this one over here is really light. And look at how dark he is. He's just as dark as this other one over here. I think he smelled the food now. He's starting to move around. He's like, where's the food? That's pretty funny. Took him a while to figure it out. Alright, so that is after 53 days of growth. It's pretty amazing how fast they're growing. He's like a little vacuum too, just kind of sucking it down. Pretty interesting. I really still can't tell the difference between these guys as far as markings. The markings on these two look pretty much exactly the same. I was hoping I'd see at least like one little spot or something that would be different on them, where we could tell them apart. One was lighter, one was darker, but they keep changing how light and dark they are. So I don't think you can really tell the difference between them. They're so cute. All right, so they both had a lot, and they're both looking pretty bloated. That one's really fat. You can see he's bulging from the sides if you look at him from the top. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to pull the rest of this out. I just give them just enough to where they eat to where they're content. And then I pull it out. I did notice I had some food left over from the other day, from the last feeding. So I've been feeding these guys twice a day. Usually I feed them the beef liver at least once. And then I'll feed them tilapia, cod. They don't really like the cod, but I got a bag of cod. As a matter of fact, I might take that cod and fry it up on the grill. I don't think these guys really like the cod, but it might be good to cook it up on the grill. But the other food, it seems like they really like the shrimp, the frozen shrimp. And then the tilapia, I'd say the beef liver is probably their number one favorite food, followed by the tilapia, and they do like the shrimp. I think they like the tilapia a little bit better. But there you have it. 53 days. It's kind of crazy. The temperature's been staying really steady on these guys. I have it set for 78. It was always on 77. I have another little thermometer over here. It says 76.5. So I'm thinking it's about 77 degrees in this water. It's been rock solid at the same temperature for pretty much since I set it up. I have the little temperature probe over on this side, up on the wall there. That's actually an alarm, so if it gets too hot or too cold, the alarm will go off. Alright, so there you have it. Day 53. So I'm going to finish this video with the video from tomorrow morning, which will be day 54. And we'll feed them something else. And then tomorrow I actually get the underwater housing. Maybe in the next video I'm thinking we'll actually have some underwater video where you can take the camera and go underwater and get up close with these guys. Kind of hard to see at a distance from the top like this. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And I will see you in just a few seconds, which will be actually in the morning for me. So it's really late tonight. I'm going to go to bed and then finish up with the video tomorrow. Alright, so today is the morning of day 54. 54 days since I bought these two little red-tailed catfish. And I bought them at 2 weeks old, so 54 plus 2 weeks is the approximate age. Wow, look at how dark he is today. I don't think I've ever seen him that dark. That is something. You can tell he's already kind of swimming around looking for some food. I have two of them in here. They are getting really big, really fast. Alright. Pull this out. Looks like we're getting a lot more foam, like around the edges, which is interesting. Haven't seen that much foam for a while. Maybe, I guess I have a little bit of food on the bottom that didn't quite clean up from the last feeding. Maybe I'll actually start by cleaning up a little bit, because I'm going to feed them some food today, this morning, that's kind of the same color as this old food. I don't want them to get mixed up here. Boy, I guess I get more foam if I don't clean up as good, which is weird. It's like a foamy catfish foam. It's bizarre. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. And today we're feeding some shrimp tails, frozen shrimp from the supermarket. I think I got maybe a little too much. I got a whole bunch of shrimp. Well, maybe not. It's kind of deceiving until you get it in the water as far as how much is on the plate. And today I'm supposed to get my underwater housing, so I'll be able to do some more underwater video. So this will be the last video, hopefully for a while, that I'll have to just do kind of this looking down on top of them. But you can kind of get a really good idea of how big they are looking down from the top of the water up here. Oh, looks like I got a lot floating around up on the shelf there. Oh, look, he's coming up a little bit. Wow, that's the first time I saw him actually come up off the bottom looking for something. That's pretty funny. And look, they're not as dark as they were just a couple seconds ago. You can see the spots on their head. That one was so dark you couldn't see any spots on his head. It's amazing how they transition from one color to another. Sometimes they're really super dark, sometimes they're really super light. It's kind of interesting how they can really change like that. And it looks like somehow I ended up putting a lot of the new food up on this bench over here. See if I can move the food over without scooping it up. It's kind of one of the disadvantages of trying to clean up before I feed. Then I get those kind of the weird swirls in the water that kind of moves the food around. But even though they haven't eaten much yet, they still look really fat from the last from last night, which is pretty incredible. All right, yeah, so I'll do the next video. We should be able to get to so the next recording session of these guys will actually be late tonight, so I should have that underwater housing, so the whole next video should be kind of up close and personal as far as the underwater. I'll kind of resume my normal video. It's kind of hard to actually see them from all the way up on top of the water. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you here with just this video, just from the top of the water here. And we'll catch you in the next video tomorrow. We've been doing videos every single day, kind of watching how much they grow day by day for who knows how long, until these guys are monsters, or until I get tired of making videos every single day. Alright, so thanks for watching, thanks for coming along, and I will see you in the next one.